Because if you're somebody who's new to having credit, you're likely going to start out with a credit card that's based for someone with no credit history or a secured credit card. Really just kickstart you to being able to use a card. They don't have the best rewards or the best options with them. And then as you progress and your score increases and you have more history using credit cards, you can transition into retail cards, I would say, is the next tier. They have high interest rates and they're only really advantageous for using at the store that you get them for. After that, you'll go to like your Chase Freedoms, your Wells Fargo, your big bank cards. Chase Sapphire Reserve he likes, apparently.
Love it.
And that's really your next tier. The tier after that is going to be your airline cards, your hotel cards, and you're going to base the card based on the reward type you want or the terms that you want. All credit cards have higher interest rates. You can negotiate them down over time, so call your creditors and see if you can get them down. I actually have a credit card at 7%, wow. And if you know what card rates are right now, that's pretty darn good.
Yep.
So you can make your credit work for you. Again, I don't recommend carrying any sort of a balance month to month with a credit card, but there are different tiers towards the cards.
Is there a caveat to that? Maybe a balance between 1 and 10% every month?
Utilization, 1 and 9% is optimal.
1 and 9.
Or under 10, 1 and 9,
Yep.
Under 10% is optimal.
Single digit.
Carrying a balance month over month and paying interest unnecessarily isn't necessarily recommended.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So for me, what I like to do is set up like Netflix on one, Hulu on one, phone on one, and then I just
automatic pay it off monthly. Yep. Yeah. I mean, that's a good way to keep your credit cards active. Essentially, you want to make sure you're using your cards at a bare minimum once every 6 months. That way they report as an active account to the credit bureaus. And for the months where you don't have a balance, maybe you aren't doing what Mike's doing and using it every month, you're still getting an on-time payment reported to the bureaus just because it's an open and active account.
Beautiful.
So good payment history still showing up.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Do you have questions about credit cards or your holiday shopping endeavors? Drop it below.